If you walk down any neat suburban street in America or the UK today, you'll notice something strange. The guy living in the biggest house with the two brand new luxury SUVs in the driveway is often the most stressed person on the block. He's one bad paycheck away from complete collapse. But three doors down, there's another house. And that's where you live. You drive a modest 7-year-old car. You wear clean, simple clothes with zero designer logos. You look completely ordinary. If someone saw you at the local coffee shop on a Tuesday morning, they'd assume you're just another average employee. But nobody noticed that 2 months ago, you quietly handed in your resignation letter. Nobody noticed that your laptop screen isn't open to an office email, but to a portfolio dashboard that pays you your entire former salary every single month. Automatically. You didn't win the lottery. You didn't inherit a fortune. You just discovered a quiet, invisible exit from the rat race that 99% of people pass by every single day. Here is exactly how you did it, and how you can keep building that freedom. Modern society has conditioned us to believe that wealth is something you wear, drive, or post on social media. In Western culture, we call this the status trap. When a typical employee gets a raise, their first instinct is to increase their lifestyle. They get a higher lease on a car, a larger apartment, or expensive weekend trips to look successful to strangers. But you understand a harsh truth. Spending money to look rich is the fastest way to stay broke. You used to be part of that cycle. You used to sit in the office break room, listening to coworkers brag about their new credit card funded vacations. You used to feel the pressure to upgrade your phone every September. But then, you changed your definition of wealth. You realized that true wealth is not about what you buy. True wealth is measured in time. It is measured in autonomy. It's the ability to wake up on a Monday morning and decide exactly what you want to do with your day. You stopped investing in the image and started investing in reality. So, how do you escape the rat race without anyone noticing? You build a system that works quietly in the dark. Instead of trying to negotiate your expenses to absolute zero, because rent and groceries have a hard floor, you focused on the other side of the equation. Leverage. Every single payday, the moment your direct deposit hits your account, a specific system takes over. Before you can spend a single dollar, an automated transfer moves money into 3 specific buckets. First, an index fund that captures the growth of the broader market. Second, high-yield cash reserves. And third, a separate fund dedicated to acquiring high-income digital skills. Your coworkers thought you were falling behind because you weren't buying the latest trends, but while they were buying a lease on status, you were quietly buying back your freedom, block by block. You didn't announce your goals. You didn't make a big scene on the internet. You understood that the real world doesn't care about loud announcements. It cares about consistent frameworks. The transformation happened slowly, then all at once. One evening, you opened your financial dashboard and realized something incredible. The automated systems you had set up, combined with the skills you developed, were now generating more cash flow than your 9-to-5 job required to sustain your life. You had crossed the invisible finish line. When you finally left your corporate job, there was no dramatic argument with the boss. There was no big announcement. You simply closed your corporate laptop, walked out to your modest car, and drove away. To your neighbors, you look exactly the same. You still live in the same house. You still drink the same coffee. But mentally, you are living in a completely different reality. You have stopped playing defense against debt, and you are now playing pure financial offense. You don't need the world's approval to be free. In fact, seeking their validation is exactly what keeps you trapped in the cycle. Stop trying to optimize the wrong side of the equation. Stop feeding an ego that will never be satisfied. Keep setting up your framework, focus on your growth, and let them think you aren't doing well. Because the greatest flex in the modern world isn't a luxury car or a designer logo. It's being completely free and having nobody notice.